Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled.
I'm Batman.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me! Who's got you?
Dooby-dooby-doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman!
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
I'm Conor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. I was born in 1518 in the village of Glenfinnan on the shores of Loch Shiel. Now I am immortal.
I'm Captain Kirk.
I'm a doctor. But probably not the one you expect.
Welcome everyone to the special Geek This Week's presentation. This is the Verne Troyer panel from the 2016 Fanboy Expo in Knoxville, Tennessee. Verne Troyer, famous for playing Mini-Me in the Austin Powers movies, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and Austin Powers, Goldmember. He's been in several movies throughout his career, Rocket Man, Wishmaster, The Love Guru, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone as Grip Hook. He's also had appeared in several TV shows. He was Napoleon Bonaparte in Jack of All Trades, and has been in such shows as Boston Public and much more. So sit back and enjoy this special presentation, the Verne Troyer panel from the 2016 Fanboy Expo in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hey guys, look who just entered the room. We've got none other than Mr. Verne Troyer himself. Everybody give a big hand for Verne Troyer! Guys, get those questions ready. Have those hands up. Don't be shy.
Gonna have to adjust this. Hey guys.
Hi. All right. How was your flight, Mr. Troyer?
What's that?
How was your flight?
Brutal.
Brutal? Yeah, I heard it was interesting. What happened?
The first part of our leg, leaving from LA, it got delayed to we were supposed to fly out around 12. Got delayed to 5:30. So that means we missed our connecting flight. And rather than catching that American flight and then spending the night in Charlotte, we just went back home and got a red eye to come out. But the pilot didn't show up.
Kind of an essential part of the flight is the pilot, guys.
I think that's kind of important. But eventually we made it out here.
Well, we're glad you made it.
Thanks.
We're glad you made it. A lot of people really missed you on Friday. They said, oh, is he going to be here? I was like, yeah, he's going to be here. He's a trooper. He's got this.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I messed up anybody's schedule.
Everybody that I talked to was going to be here today, so hopefully everything's cool. We're glad you made it here and that you had a pilot and everything.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys, we are opening up, so go ahead and spill your heart's secrets and questions to Mr. Verne Troyer. Yes, sir.
I guess I'll go ahead.
All right, start us on off, Flash.
Hi, I'm from Panama City, Florida. You did the movie after the Austin Powers movie. You did another one with Mike Myers, The Love Guru.
Yep.
How was that filming that one compared to the Austin Powers movies? Because you had more of a bigger role.
I had lines at the time.
and you were kicking the crap out of Mike Myers too, if I remember correctly.
In every film, I have to do that at least once.
It's in your contract, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, it was a great time. I mean, we filmed in Canada, right at the stadium where the Maple Leafs play. So it was a great experience. Never been a hockey coach, especially somebody named Cherkoff. So, no, it was a good time, and I'm glad Mike thought of me, for the role.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, is Mike Myers your favorite person to interact with on film?
I think we have just a great comedy connection. We really react off of each other pretty well. With him, you never know what he's going to do because he improvs constantly. So you got to be on your toes and be ready and be able to, give back to the scene.
Right. You can't let your guard down for a second. You have to be on all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I screwed up so many takes just by laughing.
We all would have, for
Yeah.
sure, no question. Okay, right in the back here.
You've done a lot of creature work and work with prosthetics. What is that like?
Brutal.
Yeah, I imagine.
I played everything from a baby gorilla to a baby panda bear, aliens, Pinocchio. Just a lot of, that's really how I got started. And I've been in business since 93, 94. And, it just eventually came along where, Austin Powers came along and kind of, changed my life.
What do you recall, what is the longest time spent with prosthetics, with makeup? What is the longest time that they've had to prepare one of these scenes that you're talking about?
You mean staying in it or getting it on?
Just getting into it, for the makeup, for the prosthetics.
With Harry Potter, it started out to be 5.5 hours, and we got it down to 4. So I've done so many big prosthetic makeups and things like that, so I'm really used to it. And I'm able to nap while they're still poking around on my face.
I was literally just going to ask you that because Artie Shaw talked about how she had fallen asleep one time and then wakes up and sees the goblin face in the mirror, just kind of freaks out.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's kind of like soothing almost, and then you wake up and scare the shit out of yourself.
and then less soothing when you wake up. Oh, we got one up here.
You talk about laughing back to someone, and one of my favorite things was back when Harvey Korman used to crack up, playing against someone else, and I thought that was the funniest. I don't know if that would even work today. What do you think?
I think it'd still work. It'd be something, brought back. It's good when you kind of lose. If you watch Saturday Night Live every now and then, sometimes they lose it on there, and it just makes it more fun.
And you made me think of Dean Martin with that one, because he never knew what was going to happen on his show, and someone would walk through, and that, wouldn't you love to do something like that?
Yeah, it'd be great. It's just something different.
Absolutely. I agree. Back here.
Mr. Troy, do you have a book, or have you thought about doing a book to walk us through your entire journey? I've got to see a little bit of some of your journey. I know that you have an Amish family and some of your beginning, and I would just love to know more about your journey.
We're in the process, and hopefully soon we can get that out there. There's been a lot of interest, so we're just cataloging everything right now, and hopefully eventually I can get it out there for you. Thank you for asking.
Well,
you can probably hear me, but you've been in a lot of movies and things. What has been your favorite role, you think, or do you have?
Probably from the Imaginarium, Dr. Parnassus, playing Percy, alongside the late great Heath Ledger, Christopher Plummer. You know, definitely. And I got a tattoo of a scribbled heart here on my hand, and it was like maybe 2 weeks before it happened. He had written his email down and scribbled a heart at the end, and that's exact duplicate of the heart.
Oh wow!
So
that's awesome.
It's great to kind of keep that bond, that reminder.
The reminder and respect and honor.
Very cool. Well, what was it like working alongside Dustin Hoffman?
When did I do that?
Wait a minute now, did you not just say the Imaginarium?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he not in that? Am I totally...
Am
I thinking a wrong movie?
You're thinking wrong movie.
What's the movie?
Johnny Depp, Jude Law, Colin Farrell, Terry Gilliam film.
It sounds totally just like that. I can't think what it is.
Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Okay. There's another thing very, very close to the title with Dustin Hoffman. I can't think what it's called.
I met Dustin, though.
Yeah? What's he like?
Oh, he's cool. He's nice. I mean, I met him at backstage at a Sting concert.
Oh, well, how's Sting?
Oh, Sting's amazing. Him and his wife are just so loving and giving and, great people.
And you've got to, to keep that kind of reputation, you've got to do that consistently, because have you ever heard a bad thing about Sting and his wife? They've got a great reputation.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, they're just great people.
Very cool. I've got to ask, what is your favorite scene that you, I mean, I know it's going to be hard to pick that, but just like, what was the most fun to film for you?
It's not really that hard to pick.
Oh, okay.
From my first Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, on the moon base where I kicked the crap out of Mike Myers.
Yes. I'm noticing a theme here. It's like, when I get to hit Mike Myers.
It's always somebody's dream.
Mr. Torrey, when you did the MTV, I'm older, so my mind's leaving me, but when you did the, you guys all lived together for a while.
VH1.
Thank you. Surreal Life, thank you. And then Wife Swap. My question is, how much of that is scripted and how much of that is just as it happens?
It was kind of as it happens in the Surreal Life, but they edited it down to how they want it to look, so they deceive you in certain ways. And Surreal Life was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and you learn a lot of lessons of what to do and what not to do. So I moved on, and that's in the past. I'm not like that happy about having millions and millions of people seeing me pee. But like I said, that's in the past.
I'd like to hear more about the Amish background if you feel like talking about that right now.
Yeah, well, I was born in Centerville, Michigan, a small Amish community. My parents were Amish. When I was born, I was like a year or 2 years old, and then my family, they like to say, jumped the fence and became English rather than Amish. So I was very young at the time, but my whole mother and father, their family was all still Amish. So I grew up in that environment, staying at my grandparents' houses for weeks and on weeks sometimes, and experienced the whole living without electricity, not having a TV, reading books, playing board games, just anything that could entertain you. And it's a great experience, but I'm glad that I'm glad that I have my electronics now.
Well, I mean, one thing that I thought was really interesting about what you just said is that, your parents, when they became English, that they still kept a close familial bond with the extended family, and that doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't. My family, what they want to call, they got put into the bond, which means you're not able to have relations with your family members that are still Amish. But, you know, after a while, you know, we still did. I mean, but after a while they lifted the bond and, you know, everything was good, so.
How long did you say that was, the transition?
Probably 3 or 4 years. But we still kept in touch and still went and visited and everything.
That's good.
You appeared not too long ago on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Is improv something that you have a great passion for and would like to do more of?
I was just so amazed at how funny those guys are. Wayne Brady, when he came up with that rap song, it just blew my mind because he knew my height, he knew everything. And for him to just come up with something like that, that's ridiculous.
So what do you have in the works? Are you going to be back on film or in film on TV soon? And yay, what are you doing?
I had a film come out a couple months ago called Bandit Hound. It's a kid's film where a dog goes around taking people's money and jewelry and stuff like that. I had a cameo alongside Lou Ferrigno. So, you know, great combination right there. And then I have another film. I don't know when it's going to come out. It's been in editing for a year now, but it's called 420 Comedy. And, you know, I shouldn't have to say anymore.
Not quite in the same genre as
Not quite. Yeah, just a little bit different.
I've got to say, have you ever fist bumped Lou Ferrigno?
Oh, me and Lou are great friends.
I just can't believe the man has a ham for a hand. Does he know?
Yeah. We do a same charity event every year called Starkey Hearing Foundation. So we always run into each other there or doing special events for the, you know, the foundation.
Like, what are some of the charities that you're most passionate about other than this one?
There's another one that I'm very passionate about. It's called Best Buddies. It's for kids and people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So what we do is, you know, we help everybody just fit in. We're all just people, and you know, we're the same, and just make them feel more comfortable. Make them feel more comfortable, you know, in the environment. Help them get jobs, help them go to school, and just things like that. But just have a great community to come together and help support them to, you know, live their life.
I just wonder, how did they explain your character to you in the Mike Myers film when they first offered that role? How would they explain that? It seems to
Well, I first got it through the script, and you know, like it says, it's he's 1/8 the size of Dr. Evil, so the cloning process didn't work properly. I was supposed to be an average size, you know, Dr. Evil, but something happened. And, you know, that's why I couldn't speak, and that's why I was that size. And, you know, I thought it was just a great experience and challenge to try to portray your feelings and your acting by not speaking. So it was a great experience, and luckily everybody liked it.
Would you say that's your most challenging role to date because of not being able to vocalize anything with that?
You know, that's kind of funny because I wouldn't say so, no. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but I have great facial expressions and things like that, so I think that just helped.
Is there a role that immediately springs to your mind that you say, wow, that was just difficult every step of the way, it was really tough?
I did Money Joe Young, where I played Baby Joe in the girl outfit, and in the jungle, and all that prosthetics and, you know, fur and everything like that, and having to run around on all fours. That's a great exercise, and, you know, it takes a lot out of you.
Oh, I can imagine in the heat inside.
In the jungle.
Oh, in the jungle.
Where was it filmed at?
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yep. Kind of the same area where they shot this first Jurassic Park.
But no dinosaurs were there when you were filming?
No.
Okay, good.
Just a big-ass monkey.
Oh, yes. All right, here we go. I was going to say, if you want, there's more. We'll put a chair up over here.
Who are your musical influences? What music do you like to listen to?
Wow, I can listen to almost anything, but my favorite of all time is AC/DC. And then, you know, current artists and things like that, I'm a big Kid Rock fan. It kind of goes back to, you know, brings that kind of country, rockabilly kind of thing. You know, I like all kinds of music though. I can listen to country, rap, you know, listen to Eminem.
He likes Sting.
Yeah, I love Sting.
In your free time, when you don't have any kind of responsibilities, you can just do what you want to do. What is the first thing that you just say, yes, I've got to do this?
Well, I do a lot of traveling, and when I get that opportunity to just spend some time at home, you know, and have quiet time. You know, when I'm at home, I'm at home. I don't go out to dinner or anything like that because I really enjoy my time, you know, being at my place. And then also playing video games.
Well, that was my follow-up question. It was like, okay, what kind of video games does Verne Troyer enjoy playing?
Assassin's Creed.
Okay, okay.
I like the NBA 2K series. I just got done with the Drake's...
Oh, Uncharted?
Yeah, Uncharted. I just got done with the new one. So I like a lot of different things. Fantasy I don't really like that much. I like the more realistic games.
You ever played Walking Dead by Telltale Games by chance?
I played it once. The whole zombie thing is just getting ridiculous. I mean, it's so overdone.
Sorry, he wasn't pointing directly at you when he said that.
It's not that I hate zombies. It's just I don't like to be overrun by zombies.
Because we're all still people, like you mentioned, right?
Exactly.
Hope this hadn't been asked. I was out watching the door. But do you have a favorite project you've done and a least favorite?
The Imaginarium, Dr. Parnassus is my favorite. One of the least favorites, I did a movie called Pinocchio Syndrome, where I was a killer Pinocchio. And that costume was ridiculous. I couldn't move. If I fell over, I wouldn't be able to get back up. That's how stiff it was. So, yeah, those are the two.
Well, I have a question. What is your, what comes to mind when you think of a dream role or a dream project? That doesn't even have to be in the acting field, but just something that you would love to make happen.
You know, eventually, you know, I wouldn't mind if I found a project that I really was passionate about to possibly direct someday.
So you've not tried your hand at it just yet? I
have on my YouTube channel and stuff like that.
Okay.
So if you want, that's one of the biggest things that I'm working on right now is all my social media. I have a brand new, well, it's been up for a couple years now, YouTube channel, and it's under Verne Troyer. And we have several different series that we do. There's a series called One Size Fits All, where, you know, people question, like one episode we did, question if I could drive. And yeah, I can drive. I have an Audi S5. And basically, we went to the extreme, and I took it to the racetrack and raced it around the racetrack, just to show people that, yeah, I can't only drive, but I can race. And then we just have some other fun series. One is called Ask Verne, where people tweet in questions, and you know, and I answer them on camera for them. Another one is called Mail Time, where I get a lot of different packages from fans and just in general sometimes. So I open that up on camera. Sometimes the box is bigger than I am, so I might have to climb into the box and pull it out, which has happened. So, you know, several different fun things.
Over here.
We're all wondering how tall you are, and does that present any special challenges for you?
Well, to answer the first part about how tall I am, not tall enough. No, I'm actually 2'8", and you know, it's challenges every day. Everyday life is a challenge. You know, for me to climb up in that seat, I had to climb, and you basically just sit it. So, and just like me getting up here, you know, I had to have somebody help me, you know, to get me to this position. I would have been able to do it by myself if there was another chair on the side, but there isn't.
What drew you, I'm sure you get this question a lot, but what drew you into acting? Where did you first decide, hey, this is the way I'm going to go?
It was when I was a teenager, and I seen the movie Willow. And watching Warwick Davis and all the other castmates, I knew I could do that. And I just, you know, living in such a small town like I did, there was no opportunity. So eventually, you know, I had gotten laid off from my job in Michigan, and my brother got offered a job in Texas. So we went down together, and we lived in Texas for like, well, I lived there for like 15, 20 years or so, and bought a house and everything. But at that time, I had gotten a call from some producers that needed a stunt double for a 9-month-old baby. And that was in the movie called Baby's Day Out. So I was a stunt double for a 9-month-old baby. I was in Chicago for like 6 months. And as soon as I got the job and was on my way to leave, I quit my job.
What were you doing at the time?
Customer service for Sprint. Just, you know, getting complaints and people yelling, screaming. And
So you became very patient as a result of that?
You see that what happened, but once you get out that phone, then you let
The
go.
patience stops.
Yeah. It's like that blankety.
Okay, I think we've got time for one more question, if we have somebody that wants to partake in that. I see, right over here, all right.
Take a chance this hadn't been asked yet, but what was it like working with Mike Myers?
Oh, great. It's okay. He improvs a lot, and so he makes it fun and challenging. And I think we just have a great interaction between us. We know, you know, how to work off each other.
Well, Mr. Troyer, I'd actually like to ask, do you have any maybe words of advice or inspiration, kind of maybe a personal motto that you'd like to share with us here in Knoxville?
One thing that I like to say, I can't think of it.
But it was profound.
Basically, you know, in life, you get thrown a lot of different obstacles, and you got to roll with the punches. And what I like to do is stay optimistic, stay upbeat, and just live your life. I mean, you're only here once, so enjoy it.
All right, everybody, thank you. Mr. Verne Troyer. Give him a big hand, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you. And please, somebody warn Mike Myers, Verne is on the loose.
If you can grab the stool.